And I have a question for you. This one thing. What you stated, I understand, as a woman struggling against women's issues, their liberation. At the same time, I thought you would also record what has been done. Some achievement has taken place. Things have changed. Not in the most satisfactory manner, but something has happened also. A lot of changes have taken place. I thought you would also say that or acknowledge that. At the same time, say that is not enough, we have to go further, we have made whole. That kind of thing I thought I would say. What you, I expect that. What you would say is the way I feel it. That something has been done. Things are changing. It's not what was 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. At the same time, what is going on may not be enough. Still, there are areas where you have to question, change, to become really more and more. And the struggle will continue always. Not only for women, for every area of life. The poor, what kind of church we should be. The struggle will go on. I wanted to get something of that. You have something to say, otherwise I'm not forcing you to say that.
Yeah, for me, it's like Father Desmond, when he dream about the church of the poor, then I dream also the church that they have the seats for all the members, women or male, as the same member. We have equal members, but I know that's dreams. That's far away, and I know I have only maybe a little step on it. I don't know where's the end. I don't know. Maybe I will not see anything change or only little things in front of me till I die. But I know I keep my step to go there. That's give me life, and sometimes it is hard to stay within. In the to my track within the church, institutional church. Then I get, okay, I will take sometimes to go away, and then I come back. I'm struggling. My struggle, how to deal with this, but because I know that I can find friends out there also. Yeah, like I said, that even Christian or Catholic women, we have also the same problem with Muslim women under the patriarchy. So that's keep me on fighting, on struggling. So that's why also many question about why don't you just go out from Catholic Church? Have you seen that's impossible, no needs to stay, then you waste your time for your whole life? I'm struggling to answer that question until now because I was raised in the Catholic tradition. I love these Catholics, but I know I have to say something wrong also within these Catholics. So okay. I will work on it.
Okay, continue the struggle, always with the hope. Church has a community of equal disciples.
Yeah.
There is a movement called Ecclesia Asia, Ecclesia Women of Asia. Church of Women of Asia, there is a group working like that. Various movements are going on, articulating and so on. And also in the church in general, though we use the word institution, that is also only one aspect of the church. But a number of changes have taken place in the right direction. But still there are many areas that we have to grow. For example, a consciousness of I am a male, Malcolm. Where consciousness has grown among us that we must always use not only a strategy because of our changed understanding of the reality of women, use of inclusive language, inclusive idiom, in the liturgy, in theology, in everything, which is based on an inclusiveness, understand the reality of women as part of humanity, is not a condescending and so on. Humanity is always community of men and women. From A to Z, humanity is a community of men and women. From A to Z, church is a community of disciples of men, women disciples, and men disciples, and equal disciples. You have to continually have to keep this reality alive, so it becomes an operational principle in all that we do, a decision we make. Tomorrow we engage in a conversation. Where are the women? Where are the women? Immediately I say, change. Oh yes. I can no more function the old way. And since I have accepted this, so that, and in our own college, just 1 minute, in the Theology College of Theology, originally mostly men come for theology. Now a lot of sisters come, mostly about 35, 40 sisters are doing their degree course. Because of the presence, a lot of change has taken place in the mentality of the faculty, the church, so on. And in the academic council, we have the student representatives. If the women representatives are not elected, provided we have to appoint a woman. Okay, election goes by election, but if they are not elected, we appoint 2 women. And the academic council, and the senate, the highest body, if a woman student is not elected, we appoint. Like that we have included provisions. And now we are able to accept the normal, the kind of mentality changing. We can no more, it has to be done. It is part of our way of doing things here. Like that, what I'm saying is, some changes like this. And when I begin I must be aware of the church, the Eucharistic assembly is an assembly of the people of God, men and women. Men and women. Or when I teach theology of the theology of creation in chapter 1 and 2 of Genesis, emphasize that very clearly. Paraphrase the creation account 1, 26, 27. God created humankind. Humankind He created as men and women in His image and likeness. That is the way which means equally images of God and all this. So all part of, when God has created in relationship, for relationship, God has created in community and for community. In community is the gift of God, that how God is it. For community is the task given to us. You have to, that kind of theology is growing. No more taken for granted. And we say if it is not there, that's the wrong theology, middle country. Find out. Okay. Any question?
No.
No, yeah. You have to
finish. Yeah.
We go on till
turn. It's my turn.
Yes, please. Sorry. Now you are in podium. Okay.
Thank you for Iswanti responding my question. Yeah. I just respond, not whole what Father Nifot and Dr. Sonton have done on this, what this picture is kind of very dense and very complicated. I just respond to the some kind of your categorizations of pre-modern and modern, post-modern. I think this is modernism. My question is: does modernism that bad? Is that modernism is that bad? Modernism is as good as long as it uncovers the whole picture of the Middle East or the Dark Age. I don't think so, but anyway, many people say that this kind of Dark Age because it's all philosophers, philosophies, and other academic fields kind of made or the servants for theology. So all the theologies they monopolize everything. You see the Middle Age, but enlightenment mentioned
enlightenment.
Enlightenment. Yeah. 1750, the Enlightenment, age of the modern era is modernity is arrived. it was the environment open up the people's mind and eyes to see the whole picture of the Middle Age. So I think this is a very much focus not on the divinity or things like that, God, but rather it's focused more on the reason, human rational. So we can do everything. But after modernism, the postmodernism came. So now we are under postmodernism. Modernism also has the shortcomings. The postmodern, what is the strength of postmodern, in my opinion, is uncover also the dark side of the modernity or modernism. What is it? It is too much focus on human reason, which has the weakness. So we call instrumental the reason. The reason should be used just as an instrument. So people get rid of everything, including religions, value of religions, and spirituality, is everything. So now postmodern came and arrived. It focused more on the not reason, what? Emotion, people's emotion, feeling. So I hope we're going to have another exposure tomorrow afternoon. So when we go to downtown Seoul, there is current president established a beautiful man-made stream. The wrong way work. We can. It is very beautiful and very romantic. It's good for the couple. Good for the couple. And if you couple walk down the side of the stream, they feel, oh, beautiful. I love him very much. More love. And this kind of feeling arises me. But you have to be careful at this moment. At this point, the feeling you feel now, is it real? Is it real? The feeling, is it real? That kind of emotion we have to discern. Being fake or being true. Is it a true? Is it truth? Is it or fake? Is a fake a feeling? Or is it revealed here? Is a feeling is really here? But my feeling about this kind of romantic walking with my lover, girlfriend or boyfriend, and that's the man-made stream struck me, overwhelming me, so that I got a feeling. No, this kind of feeling never experienced other place. But there is in modern in the downtown Seoul, there is a high skyscrapers, all big buildings there. But down there, it is a beautiful man-made the stream that struck the people very much, and they got feeling. But if they cannot discern, is it real feeling or not? Then they become a commodity of decoration for the another commodity. So who is the is it Saint or Loyola? Ignacio Loyola. Is it Saint?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, become Saint. Yeah. He's the king of discernment or something like this in church history. His son is Karl Rahner and Bernard Lonergan, transcendental theologies. So I don't go deeper, but anyway, it's very important. Discernment is the how we reconstruct the value of this postmodern society is needed. Discernment. How we can discern. Is it a fake feeling or a true feeling? If we are not able to reflect, is it fake or true, then we are slave of this postmodern society. If we can, we get over and enjoy this life. We focus very much on the life in the rural area, but how about the society in urban society and the living? Everything is automatic, and 10 more hours in front of computer and surfing internet, and got everything here. That kind of life, is there any Holy Spirit there? Holy Spirit there or not? Father Desmond pushed one you before, and do you see any Holy Spirit or value in your life, every corner of life? The same question I would like to ask you, all of you. Do you feel God or Holy Spirit in every moment of your life in a modern society? Now we are all living not rural, except the Father Nippon and Dr. Sunton. We are all living in the modern urban society. If we cannot discern the divinity or spirits, or cannot experience them, maybe we are uprooted, or also seeking another alternative like other people. So that's I think this is I suggest think harder the discernment, how we established such kind of discernment in our modern society. Now, methodology, before I said, when we have a second session for basic theology, read by the Father Haro, I will come to the methodology, Bernard Lonergan. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you. Now we have time for question and answer. We'll go on till 12:30?
Yeah, 12:30.
12:30.
Yeah.
So now, it's for you, my friends. Raise questions. Questions can be on what was said so far, and you've been followed, not clear. Or you are on your own because you are reflecting, you have a question, and so on. Obviously, area, theology, whatever will be the model, or this model you proposed, or the other one, viral. It's all smart what you have shared. All of it. Anyone can set the ball rolling? Some question.
You see, I brought this up in order to see that the tradition have been lost. No? The way of changing have been lost really, because we have to. We need a lot of because it's very important for me as a priest who are from the modern training. Then I go to develop people, and I develop people from my own perspective. You see, no? And then that's the way of thinking. I have to move a kind of shift paradigm into the worldview of the current, the worldview of ethnic, and that worldview is really important for the life. And then from that, we come to the city of Thailand and Chiang Mai. No, the question is that, hey, Father, how to bring certain spirit from the life there into our life in the city, into the younger generation. How to bring that into the system that has been doing away with, sometimes with reason, sometimes also with feeling, illusion in that sense. So how are we going to bring the sacredness, the sense of seeing something inside our life, the life that the young or the people of the city is living? How are we going to, and so they ask, Father, how to construct a secret in here now, in the road, in the city, in the new context. That is really challenging. So the challenge is coming that Now, we cannot start from the current. We have to start from the new generation. That what is your life? The story of your life has to come up, from what you study, and then graduate, and after that you are working, and from that reflect about what the meaning that, for instance, when you get an accident, for instance, in Thailand, normally when the people get a car accident, and then they see the people in the car did not die, immediately they say, what? You have something holy in your, like that, then you say, immediately they reflect about something sacred protecting them, in the city itself, like that, So perhaps that way of construction is not systematic in the sense of theology, but it's life constructing by a person themselves, how they are doing life with the meaning and with the faith that they construct by themselves, by using certain experience from this tradition people to construct and discern in the history, in the event that you are in. In Hong Kong, in Bangkok, in Chiang Mai, in the big city, how we are we call that re-enchant, bring back this spirit from within.
Yes. When Paul was saying about what you ask. Yes, please come. I'll wait. Please.
I mean, the home sharing reminds something I feel before, but slowly I forgot, which is I think God is in between us, in between me, in between the relationship of me to the other, maybe person or thing. So when we're talking about how to construct a value, I face a difficulty. Like I feel when I see a clothes, I don't see it's just something put on me, but I will feel about who made the clothes, who like father see the rice, who grow the rice, who nurture who grow the land, like that. But in Hong Kong, one of I find difficulties to construct the value in Hong Kong because I know that many clothes in Hong Kong is made by the factory workers in China. They work 20 hours a day but have low salary. Okay, then I feel, the clothes is so injustice, then I buy another clothes. And I go to other shop to buy clothes. But I find that, every shop is selling the same clothes from the swearing factory. So I find that actually I have no choice. I was forced to participate in this injustice cycle. Yes. So I mean, it's just share about some difficulties. When I know what is right to do and what is wrong to do, but in the structure is too big to fight against by a single person.
Yes, in the industrial one, the produced clothes of the same, one factory dominates the market. You like to have a choice, you're forced to buy. Got the same clothes produced with the same factory, same model, no choice. The compulsion is created. Compulsion, we have no other choice. I'm forced to buy. That is the situation we are in. So, you're raising a question on that. Yeah. And the freedom for the buyer is reduced to the price.
Maybe I mean that was an example to share when we try to construct the value where the difficulty lies.
Compulsion. You would like to respond? Yes.
I have the same experience with you in my case, like when I have to live still in this patriarchal world. I live in this injustice patriarchal world, and that's still the air that I have to breathe. But of course we need to find a way to make our own room that we can, I mean, it's our own room that we can at least just take away from some moment from those patriarchal world, that we can express our own vision, our own what we want to do or to. I mean that this room can be an individual level, or can be with some friends that we have the same vision, the same dreams. So, but this is challenge us to create room to so such dream can grow. That's what I can offer.
Yes. She's reflecting on what you said, no freedom. Of course, you've got buying clothes, but she's saying something more than that. As a human being, have you lost your basic freedom to choose? Because if you lose the basic freedom, there is no hope. So while in a particular case with regard to this, you seem to be deprived of freedom, with regard to clothes. But as a human being, have your basic freedom as a human being. Don't forget that within that, try to create a world of freedom with the hope for the future, something we can move to. That's what she's reflecting on. I hope some sense, it makes some sense to you. Okay.
Maybe stop drinking the instant coffee.
In Korea, the number of entrance of the university, the female is outnumber the male students in Korea. Since a few years ago, which means the female is smarter than the male in Korea.
Oh, they want to study more. More females want to study than males.
I don't know, but anyway, a few years ago, maybe 2008 or 2007, the number of the university students outnumbers the male. In society in Korea, slowly the women are catching up with their voice and their status in society. But in the church, as Father Desmond mentioned, the three-person supposed to see one person, but they passed him, and they don't know where they are heading. Anyway, what I'm saying, what I want to say is something happened in society, and where still in Korean society very much hierarchical and very much patriarchal, under which the women very much suffer now, but slowly I see that it changing slowly. So in many sectors, women's very active, except the church. Although within church, the woman is very active, but decision making or things, the male dominated, still male dominated. And that I hope it is also changing too. But how we do that, we can work on it together.
But I think I can maybe this, like for the Desmond or the Nipot or the person can share with us. If we learn about liberation theology, we know about the circle of violence, the circle of injustice, and how do we can start to cut the circle of violence, the circle of injustice, to give us some inspiration about how to find way out, to get out from this circle.
Circle of
Yeah,
violence. Circle of violence.
Yeah.
See, once again, you have to learn from history, okay? Mahatma Gandhi, you all heard Mahatma Gandhi. How did Mahatma Gandhi start the movement for independence of India? He start the movement for independence of India. He didn't start by preaching, you know. He said we are going to protest by not paying the British salt tax. Salt tax. So he took a handful of salt, he walked the length of India and threw it into the sea. From now we are not going to pay the British. This set off a chain reaction, you know. The right person does the right action at the right time and change begins, all right? This whole Arab uprising now, no? It started in Tunisia. The police took away the scales, the weighing scales of one of the men who was selling vegetables. The fellow says, I can't live anymore, so I might as well set myself on fire. So he set himself on fire. Chain reaction, right across. So the fall of the Soviet Union, you know. Who toppled the Soviet Union? So this is my hope all the time, no? That history is not only created by us, God is at work in history. You've got to be patient for God's time. So I keep going. My professors told me I'm wasting my life going around like a mad fellow fighting here, fighting there. I said, yeah. Ultimately, when the proud and the mighty are pulled down from their thrones, and the lowly and the humble are raised up, according to the Magnificat, God will ask us, where were you in that whole process? And that's our only hope. So when you look at the history of the prophets in the Old Testament, each one had to place what is called a prophetic act. If that act is placed for the prophet Isaiah, poor guy had to go around naked. So you place the prophetic act, then everybody said, this mad fellow, what's he going around naked? He came from a fairly well-off family. Must be mad. So everybody came around him to throw stones at this madman. Then he says, my state will be your state because you all have been unfaithful to God. And then the chain reaction begins to take place. So when the prophet places the prophetic act, it's not that change may or may not take place. It is that change is going to take place. Okay? The trouble is that we are not all prophets. That's it. So in 1975, when I heard that Coca-Cola had taken out of India in profits in 1 year more than it had put into India. That was the profit they were taking. Prophetic act. I will not drink Coca-Cola anymore. Everybody laughed at me. Stupid fellow. Who cares whether you drink Coca-Cola or not? 3 years later, George Fernandez became Minister of Industries. He threw Coca-Cola out of India. I said, no, what are you laughing at? The prophetic act. The trouble is Coca-Cola came back into India. And so that's the way history is. It's forward and backward, forward and backward. In 1973, when the price of petrol went up, I said I will never ride a bike again until the price of petrol comes down. The thing has gone up and up and up, but I will not ride a bike again. No? But I have to go with other people. So you're always in this dilemma, dreaming dreams and trying to pay a price for those dreams, and realizing that you're a fool. Maybe the time is not right. It's not God's time. It's not God's time. And you're not the prophet. Does this make sense what I'm saying? This is old man talking after many years of experience.
Yeah, we have many great prophets, great people. Mahatma Gandhi did that, and afterwards Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes. That is the famous case of Martin Luther King Jr., no? But it wasn't him. It was Rosa Parks. This was an ordinary houseworker who refused to sit at the back of the bus. And when she was put into prison for that because she broke an unjust law, Martin Luther King, who was her pastor, started the movement. But who cares about Mahatma Gandhi in India today? We celebrated Gandhi Jayanti on the 2nd of October. Who cares about Mahatma Gandhi today? That's the way history is. History is like a pendulum.
Yeah.
Who cares about the Second Vatican Council today? Most of the young priests, they didn't even know that there was a second. They thought it was always like this. We fellows who had to go through the Vatican Council and change, we sit in absolute despair. These damn idiots, they don't know what it costs to make the Vatican Council. History is created by that.
You know, in Thailand, when the Vatican paper come out in English and in Latin, you know who is translated into Thai? It is a woman. It's a woman who translates. It's a sister Ursuline, a woman, a lay. And then the high church said, why you translate? Because it is going to change our relation. The church is the people of God. That is a big word. Huh? The church is not the Pope, the bishops, the priest, and the sister, and the lay. Now it becomes only one sentence. The church is the people of God. Why you translate it? But it has been a lot of struggle of the women group who would like to translate that spirit of Vatican. You know, they are really because hard-headed, have to struggle with that. So from that point of view, the spirit of that Vatican II is spread in Thailand. So I think it is because of perhaps the women start because they are under that power. So they would like to use the spirit of Vatican II to do it. Now come back to the ecology. What I try to say that this the worldview of the world is so much affected by the material way of mechanical. That is what ecology crisis for us. The ecology crisis is because this scientific is very good, but it's doing away with that spirit. So it is crisis because we are drinking water. So the result of speaking about rice or water, I said, who now, when you are doing this brushing teeth, you open the tap and then got it through over without conscious that this is our life. So you know now it become very conscious about the sister congregations. Yes, we are doing with our conscience. We never think that water is life. We just know that it's coming from here. We don't know where it is. So this is theology. It come back again. First of all, we have to conscious that we are indoctrinated by materialistic understanding of the water, the time. So we don't see. So we just pay the money and that's all. There is no relationship between life and myself. No relationship between this material and me. I give the values, just only material values, not spiritual values that I have got from the current. Now I'm not current, but I bring that spirit values inside the water tap, which is going all over the city. So now the sister said, sister, you are controlling the school. Now you have a big school, 3,000 students. You go to tell to the student that this kind of experience of spirituality in rice and in water can come into the life in the city in relation with water. Then from water you express into other things. Now the students who are eating too much in the school, in the Christmas time, when I went to the school, first time I went to be a director of the school, the first Christmas, you know, the pint of leftover, 3 pints, you eat a lot. I said, here, you have to change. The student, next year, I call all the teachers come to change the way of mechanic science. You have to change first by bringing them to visit the people of the current, students and teachers, and then come back. And then how are we going to change our way of living? And after that, next year, there is not that much of leftover rubbish. No? So this kind of theologizing that we can bring back that values into the present situations. That is what I'm doing. No? Now, all the sisters, especially those who are in the school, have this project. The project of campaign in human relation with water. How the students give the meaning to the water. Not only H2O, but how they are giving to it. So the students come and share. What is the experience? Then there are a lot of sharing among the students. No? I asked the student in my school. I was put in the school 5 years. I said, today, no water. No drinking water, no water at all. After that, then evening, I asked the teacher, go to see the toilet. Go to see the dining room. And go to see. And listen to the student. What happened? They are thirsty. The toilet is really dirty. So then we make a reflection. What is the values of the water for you, for us? Only one day, if we have no water, what is it? They are full of stories. In one class, full, and then we pile up that experience and sell and give to the parents. And now it becomes what called revolution about the concept of the water. That is coming from H2O and concept from the current. And now we fight among the two inside the context of the city. So this is a change. No? So it is a room for change like that.
Okay. So almost time. But he has given a good story. See, we learn from all these stories as to what we can do in our own place. How to bring consciousness of values in a felt way, in an experiential way, and which goes with the reflection. That kind of thing is part of this. The exposure program is not simply strategy of ecology. They come to know the people, the reality of people, their struggles with. Once we have them, then that raises question in us, our way of thinking, what kind of values and so on. That kind of critical process is part of theological reflection. This is known as contextual method of theologizing for transformation, for our social commitment, for service and witness. Contextualized method of theologizing means know the reality of people, be with them, learn, listen to their word. And God's own action, always comes to my mind in Exodus chapter 3, famous Exodus, no? God liberated Israel, the slaves from Egypt, no? And chapter 3 verse 6, I have heard their cries and agonies, how their taskmasters have dealt with them. God himself begins his action because he saw their cries and so on. Can our way of commitment be different from this? That's the paradigm I was referring to this one. You have to learn the paradigm of God's relationship to us. In a situation of oppression, God comes as one who liberates. Not only, be there. tomorrow is okay, in next life we'll get better reward. No. My people should not be slaves. They are people. That is the way he began. That is the something you reflect more, little more in the afternoon, evening. So almost time 12:30. 12:30 is also lunch. And we are coming back at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay? Thank you all much. Keep your questions and so on. These days you must, the next only 2 days, keep your question, keep your restless mind, which is bent on asking questions and raising questions. Okay. Good. Thank you very much.